Hi there and welcome to another session of Accountancy for the 11th Standard with me, Vishwanath sir. Our concepts in ledger are improving day by day and we wish to strengthen this further because this is a very important and integral part of the entire accounting system. If we know this, we know many other things. So it's very vital for us that we handle these accounts properly. Okay, so I hope you have finished the last time's ledger account where we had focused on the account called cash. Today I shall focus on an account from a person from whom we have to receive money. Such people are known as debtors. Okay, why are they debtors? Because we sell goods on credit to them and they owe us money. Okay, I'll take one such example and see that it goes into your mind and it inculcates into your systems properly. Fine. Sold goods rupees 60,000 to Ranveer. Second, Ranveer paid us rupees 24,000 on account. Okay, on account means he's made a part payment. Ranveer returned goods rupees 10,000. Ranveer paid us rupees 20,000 by check. Sold goods rupees 80,000 to Ranveer at 10% trade discount. Ranveer paid us rupees 36,000 by check. Ranveer paid us rupees 20,000 by cash. Sold goods to Ranveer rupees 40,000. Ranveer paid us rupees 30,000 by cash. And finally, sold goods to Ranveer rupees 10,000. Okay, so we are going to focus on an account called Ranveer. Ranveer is a person to whom we have been selling goods on credit, okay, which means he has to pay us. So Ranveer is a debtor for us, okay. So I'll be opening a rough account of Ranveer. This will be a rough account of Ranveer. This is his debit side and this is his credit side. Okay, so it's necessary that we evaluate the entries properly. In the above case, you will see sold goods rupees 60,000 to Ranveer. So the two accounts which is involved here is Ranveer and sales. These are the two accounts which is involved. Ranveer is a personal account, he is a receiver, so debit the receiver. Sales is an income, it's a nominal account, so credit your incomes. Okay, so let's go to Ranbir's account and go on the debit side of Ranbir and write down 2 sales. Okay, let's go to the debit side of Ranbir and write down 2 sales, and the amount which you will write is 80,000. Sorry, is 60,000. So I finished with the first entry. Ranbir paid us rupees 24,000 on account, means he has paid us partly 24,000. Okay, so here the 2 accounts which will be involved is Ranbir and cash. Okay, if nothing is mentioned, it has to be cash. Ranbir is the giver, so you credit. Cash comes in, so you debit. Okay, so go to Ranbir's account and write down buy cash. Okay, what are you going to write? You are going to write buy cash. Buy cash 24,000. Okay, so that finishes with number 2. Ranbir returned goods to us. Okay, this is known as a sales return. Okay, it returned goods to us. So it is Ranbir and sales return. Sales return, the other word is return inward. Okay, sales return. Okay, sales return is debit, while as Ranbir is credit. So you go to the credit side. Okay, you go to the credit side of Ranbir's account and write down buy sales returns. Okay, buy sales returns account or return inward. You can write the amount as 10,000. Okay, so that finishes with number 3. We go to number 4. Ranbir paid us rupees 20,000 by check. Okay, so the 2 accounts which you are involving here is Ranbir and bank. Okay, it is a check account, so I write here bank. Ranbir personal account, giver. Okay, giver means it's credit. Bank real account comes in debit. Okay, so go to the credit side. Go to the credit side of Ranbir's account and write down buy bank. Okay, buy bank. We are receiving the money from Ranbir. So buy bank account, you write down 20,000. Fine. Next, sold goods to Ranbir at 20% trade discount. So it is similar to the first one. Okay, Ranbir and sales. Only thing here, you shall give the 10% off. So 10% you less from 80,000, it will become 72,000. So go to the credit side, go to the debit side of Ranbir's account and write down 2 sales, and the amount which you will write here will be 72,000. Okay, Ranbir paid 36,000 by check. Okay, almost the same as the fourth one. So you go to the opposite side and write down buy bank. Buy bank 36,000. Next, he is paying us 20,000 by cash. Okay, that is the same as this entry. So you go to the credit side and write down buy cash. What are you going to do? Credit side में आप जाके लिखोगे buy cash. Okay, and the amount is 20,000. Next, sold goods to Ranbir rupees 40,000, same as this Ranbir and sales. So what will happen? I will write here 2 sales and I will write 40,000. Ranbir paid us 30,000 by cash. Okay, so we are getting this. So it's the same as this Ranbir and cash. Ranbir is a giver, credit. Cash is coming in, debit. So buy cash 30,000. Buy cash 30,000. Next, sold goods rupees 10,000. Sold goods rupees 10,000 to Ranbir. So you are selling that's the same as this. Ranbir and sales. Ranbir is the receiver, debit the receiver. Sales is an income, credit. Okay. So two sales, and you will write the amount as 10,000. Okay. So just analyzing in a nutshell, you had various transactions here, and these transactions were mainly related to a person called Ranbir. Ranbir was a person to whom we sold goods on credit. Okay, and he also used to make part payments at regular intervals. Fine. He also returned as goods, which we put down here as buy sales return. If sales is here, sales return will be on the opposite side. Fine. Okay. Whenever we received anything, we received cash, we received a check. Okay, that all came on the credit side. Okay, because the entry was cash account debit to Ranbir. So Ranbir was credit. Ranbir was a giver, so it was always credit. So these were certain transactions which you need to know. Of course, we'll lay more emphasis on cash discount later on, but first let us master the basic ones. Now, the next step is you have finished entering everything in Ranbir's account. Now, the next step would be totaling both the sides. If you see, this side is 60,000 plus 72 plus 40 plus 50. That is 1,82,000. So, I write here 1,82,000 in rough. Let's see the other side. 24, 34, 54, 60, 90, 1 lakh 10, 1 lakh 40. Okay, this side is 1 lakh 40. Okay. Now what happens here? You have totaled up both the sides and you have found that the debit side is more than the credit side. So what do you do in this case? You will write the greater figure on both the sides. Okay, you will write the greater figure on both the sides. That is, you will write 1,82,000 and 1,82,000. Next, what are you going to do? From 1,82,000 you are going to minus 1,40,000. Okay, 1,40,000, which will give you 42,000. Okay, that is by balance carried down. What the debit side was greater than the credit side. So this balance which is there is known as a debit balance. Why? Because the debit side is filling up this balance of the credit side. Okay. So an interesting fact here is Ranbir is a debtor. Who is Ranbir? Ranbir is a debtor. He owes us money. How much does he owes us money in the end? He owes us 42,000 rupees. Okay. Fine. So I shall give you a similar sum for your assignment and see that you do it in the similar way. Sold goods rupees 90,000 to Ranbir. Ranbir returned goods rupees 10,000. Ranveer paid us rupees 20,000 by check. Sold goods to Ranveer rupees 40,000 at 10% trade discount. Ranveer paid us rupees 30,000 by cash. Sold goods to Ranveer rupees 50,000 at 20% trade discount. Ranveer paid us rupees 30,000 by check. Sold goods rupees 60,000 to Ranveer paid us rupees 40,000, half by cash and balance by check. Okay, so this is your lockdown assignment. Thank you so much. This is Vishwanath sir signing off.